Hi, so Park Sam. Welcome to this episode of Living and Working Abroad show. We're featuring Spain for expats at the moment. Spain is an EU country. It's part of the Schengen zone as well, which means we're talking about including Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway and Switzerland. And as such, EU citizens have got freedom of movement around the EU as well as the EEA. The Schengen zone, though, which includes most of the EU apart from Cyprus and Ireland, limit stays in the country to 90 days in 180. So it's a very important point, is that that restriction of the Schengen zone means that anybody who's travelling from outside the EU or from within the EU has got additional restrictions and concerns that they need to consider. So an EU citizen has got freedom of movement around the EU. They can go backwards and forwards without a visa or a travel authority, but the Schengen rules could still apply. If an EU citizen has got a non-EU spouse, then they need a residency permit in a country to be able to travel into it without a visa, but an EU citizen with a non-EU spouse will still need a Schengen visa to get into other countries within the EU where there is no resident permit for them living and working abroad. UK expats are non-EU citizens unless they've got a residency permit for the EU country, or including Spain, before Brexit took place, and that gives them the equivalent of EU citizens' rights. If you've got a non-EU family member, they've got visa-free entry and exit from the country in which they're resident. So you can be resident in Spain with your non-EU spouse. A Spanish can marry a British or an American and be in Spain. The non-EU citizen can travel in and out of Spain without any visa restrictions because of their residency permit, but that doesn't extend to the rest of the EU, where the Schengen rules, 90 day short stay rules would still apply. So that's the core situation with Spain for expats. It's an EU country with freedom of movement for EU citizens. It's within the Schengen zone, so 90 in 180 days, 90 days in 6 months, short stay rules apply for non-EU citizens, but also potentially for EU citizens or non-EU partners or spouse or family members of EU citizens, depending upon if you've got a residency permit to live in Spain. So if you've got a residency permit to live in Spain, your family with you, registered with you, have got freedom of movement in and out of Spain. But that depends upon the residency permit that you have. Watch again Living and Working Abroad show, or contact us at poetpartnership.com for more information on the different types of visa that you can get as an expat living and working abroad in Spain.